Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. This is Sean coming at you from High Level. So we've got a couple updates here. I apologize, I've been a little delayed in getting this out, but I wanted to get this out to you ASAP. So first up, let's talk through the calendar here and go over a couple changes there. Okay, so first up here, what you used to not be able to do is, let's say I was in calendars and I have my calendar, I can like block off time, right? This has been here for a while. You just come in, you do your thing, you like choose what you want to block off, you can block it off. But now you can actually go into other people's calendars. Let's say I want to go in this person's calendar and actually block off time. And so now if I just come in here, I can block off time in somebody else's calendar. Couldn't do that before. That's very, very cool. That's a great enhancement. Next up, when you pop up the block time modal here, you can see that we've already pre-selected the team member, right? But you could be like, oh shoot, actually I want to change this up, so you can automatically go in and do that. Obviously you can grab, you can throw in the event title, all that stuff. Same thing as the other one, obviously, but it just makes it a lot more convenient, a lot more easy. So that is the calendar updates. Okay, so the other one is, I guess it's not too hard to show, but basically, let's say you had a form, for example, and basically it was a super simple change here, but I think it's a really good one. So let's say I have a full name field, like this guy right here. And before, what was happening is, let's say somebody put in like Dr. Bill Smith or something, right? Or Mr. Tom Jones or Mrs. Sally Jones, right? What would happen is it took the full name and it would take like Miss and Sally, and like it'd be like Miss Sally would be the first name, and then like Jones would be like the last. So now it actually parses out correctly. So it'll recognize like the doctors, the misters, the misses, all of that. So that's been added to the forms and surveys and all of that. So that full name parsing has gotten a lot better. So that's a good update. Next up, if we roll over to workflows, this is kind of a cool one. So if we go and do the if else condition, right? What we added now is workflow contact. So that is, hey, is this contact that's going into this workflow or in this workflow, are they active in another workflow, or are they not active in another workflow? So this allows you to test across, hey, is this contact actively in these other workflows, yes or no? And then you can do things based around that. So if you have sort of workflows where you need to double check, or you're wanting to see if they're in another process or not yet in another process, you can now do that in workflows. So that's another update. And then the other cool one in the workflows to show you is, if you have an invoice trigger, then what you can actually do is, in the if else condition, you can now if else around the invoice due date. So you can see here if the invoice due date is or is not empty or whatever. So you can actually now do all of your testing on the if else conditions around the due dates in the invoice. So anyways, that is a lot of little updates, but all very important. So I wanted to get that out there. Hope all of you have an awesome Tuesday. And as usual, if you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.